Hello and welcome to everybody. It's an absolute thrill to welcome you to this day one clash. And no day, of course, engenders hope or optimism more than this one. Optimism which could dissipate at a rate most alarming or last all the way to the latter stages. We shall see. The pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. We are just getting started. Pride, tradition, the game neither dares lose. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
I've always been impressed with this boy, Pau Cubarsí. It never ceases to amaze me, Peter, how the Catalans always manage to unearth all of these gems, especially in an age where the demand is quite high on defenders. He's really the perfect package.
Fermin! Brilliant from Lopez! A finish right from the top draw! It had to come! It just had to come! He had to have his say! You just know there is no stopping that.
I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but the crowd level has gone up a notch or 10.
Hernandez cuts out the pass. That is a brilliant interception. Spain leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Yeah, he's fouled him there. And he's got the beating of his man.
Oh, really well played. There they go, hunting again.
That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Petit. And here's Dembele. Raul. Cucurella. And Cubarsí. Rodri. Quarter of an hour played. Now it's Yamal. And no, he's seen through all of that. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Well-timed, excellent interception. And it's Akliouche. And he's picked out the run. He's being urged to shoot. Engages and forces him off the ball. Well, that's pretty clear, it is a foul. And he is going into that little black book. Mbappe is behind this one. And this, an opportunity to pull level. Mbappe! They've got to be quick to recover this. Traumeri. Hernandez. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
That is good strength. Raul going face-to-face with his great rival. Mbappe tries to play it through. Now it's Said. And he's being shifted off it. Raul. This is a promising build-up. That has ended up in no man's land. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
He's picked it, shot at goal! And that's a good finish. France are back on level terms. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
France restore parity.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
And it's Tchouaméni. Petit. Good ball, good take. Akliouche showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Lopez. He's had a shot! Goal! Spain! And again they hit the front. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Spain are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Spain have their lead. And he's in on goal! And a header! Oh, he's hit the bar! And he's there to belt it away. Foot in. Raul. And here's Torres. Oh, such a clever touch. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle. Looking to widen the gap even further here. Oh, he's given that plenty, but no. Gusto. Petit, the conductor, the central piece to his team's attack. Said. Hernandez. Great vision. Fermin. And they're back on the ball again. Said. Now Mbappe. Said. Knocks it into space. And this is Raul. Oh, shooting chance! And that's a tiny finish. A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter.
That's the end of the first 45.
Well, it's hard to say whether a two-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so far I haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. Spain largely dominant, up by 2 at the break. The scoreline 3-1. So straight into the second half. Yamal going forward. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Looking for a runner. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And here's Yamal. Mbappe. Dembele. Oh, what has happened here? Oh, just skips past his man. Shoots! Well, that is rather wayward.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Said. Mbappe will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Shot, it's Dembele! Oh, that was no routine save.
Dembele really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. Carvajal gets it away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now that's well seen too. And here's the chance to counter. Carvajal. Cucurella. Raul. Raya. Carvajal. Rodri. Petit did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Oh, he's found support out wide. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Said. And that should get the job done. Raul. Now who's going to be first to this? And it's Petit.
Said really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Now it's Mbappe. Forced to go back. Petit. Now it's Akliouche. Big chance! He's got a goal!
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
Cambio de jugadores.
France can now introduce the first of their substitutes. France cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
He's found the way through. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Chouameni did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Yamal plays it short. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
And it's Doué. That pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Boyan. Looking to play him in. Can he latch on to this? He's shifting through the gears here. And a chance! Oh, crossbar! And again! It goes to show he is human after all.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, great defending. That needed doing. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And it's Doué. Boyan. Threads one in. Spread neatly. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Well, they've got it again. Great chance! That is gorgeous from Raul! About as smooth as it gets. And surely that clinches it. There really is no way back now. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop. Help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better.
And that's it. And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us. Heady ambitions here, ahead of a game of massive consequence. The objectives are clear. To miss out on them would be unthinkable. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So straight into the action. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, this lad, Pau Kubarsi, is another defender schooled in the art of total football. I mean, the strength is part of the package for any centre-back, but what marks him out is his excellent reading of the game, his confidence.
Roll! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Well, that pass isn't the best. Mbappe. This is promising. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. That's going wide left. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Ronaldinho. It's Ronaldinho!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Well, that looks a decent ball. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Barcelona with the corner, they're first. And that's it. Well, thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion.
Against Arsenal.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. There's the whistle and here we go.
I'd really like to see Ronaldinho given freedom on the left flank here, Peter.
Yeah, the idea being that, of course, he can make good use of those dancing feet.
Yeah, and playing out wide just gives him more room and allows him to come inside onto his stronger foot, either to shoot or to link up with those who are congregating centrally.
And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Morocco with the corner, there first. Timber. Turan cannot be beaten that easily. And now they can spring out of defence. Chance for a shot! I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Marcelo, he's a sharp little ball here. It's Bergkamp! Big moment, massive goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
And that is fabulous, a true beauty of a goal.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
I doubt very much that this was in the script.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Now he's got space here. Good ball over the top. Van Bronckhorst. Quarter of an hour played. That has been cut short.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Seedorf proves just a little bit too strong. And that has been slung wide. He has found the way through. Cross in, looks like a good one. Well, some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick. And it's Batistuta. And this is Ronaldinho.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. And here's Bergkamp. And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Oh, no question, that's a foul. Marcelo. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Morocco are looking to go forward now. And he's managed to get free. Bale, real chance here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Ah, he's given it away. Now, who's going to be first to this? That is a crunching tackle. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Seedorf is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. He's found a way through. Koeman, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Knocks it into space. It's a promising position. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Morocco truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Time and again they are repelled. And it's Ronaldinho. Now that looks a decent ball. That's a sharp pass. Good ball, good take. Davids. And now the breakaway. That's a little off target. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? But that has not gone well. Arsenal are looking to break at pace. Seedorf. He is through here. Can he get on the end of this? And that is headed for the terrific effort. Oh, he's hit the bar. Firm header, just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Raul. He's got away.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Nicely worked. Oh, that's well spotted. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Please
Morocco
coming
at half-time on the wrong end of a 1-0 scoreline.
Wedding anniversary today.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon.
Substitution for Morocco. Number 21, Frenkie de Jong. Number
We
3,
get things going again.
Striker. Number 10,
Morocco really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Number 11, Joshua Kimmich. Number 15, Mbappe.
Morocco do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Now it's Bergkamp. Throwing. And it's Bergkamp. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And this is Van Nistelrooy. A lot of space ahead of him. Thuram. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. And it's turned away. And that has put paid to that. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. That's going wide left. Morocco still trailing by one and looking here to take it up a notch after the break. And it's Van Nistelrooy. Seedorf. Tries to play it through. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Ronaldinho. That is ended up in no man's land.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's
Seedorf! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
And it's Van Nistelrooy. Ronaldinho. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And that's gone loose. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Well, that is one way to stop him. No, he's not getting past him there.
This is the time you need that pace.
That's a foul, no two ways about it. He knew what was coming, that's a yellow card. I do think he's feeling the effects of that tackle. He's had a shot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Davids. Not the most accurate pass. Bergkamp. Played into space. Bergkamp unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. The ball has bounced loose now. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there really isn't enough happening up front, Peter. They just haven't been afforded much by way of creating chances. They must start showing some bite.
And he's gone looking for safety. And here's Mbappe.
Morocco really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Ronaldinho going face-to-face with his great rival. Now, can they get him away? Ronaldinho. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away.
Substitution in progress.
So we have movement on both benches. And it's been given away. He's shifted. Boyan. And that's a sharp finish. Morocco are back in business. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
When the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that fate.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Morocco restore parity.
Morocco really can sense it now. This game is theirs to win. They just need to step it up and force the issue.
Bergkamp. Muscular approach does pay off here. Little doubt, that is a foul.
Substitutions taking place.
Now it's Mbappe. Just 5 minutes remaining now. He's picked his way through. Good claim, no margin for error there.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And it's Messi. Boyan, he's being a chance! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
And the number on the board is 3. Desai spots it and intercepts. Bergkamp. And this is Bale. And that will be the final act. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get. Hello and welcome to everybody. It's an absolute thrill to welcome you to this day one clash. And no day, of course, engenders hope or optimism more than this one. Optimism which could dissipate at a rate most alarming or last all the way to the latter stages. We shall see. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. We are just getting started. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, this lad, Pau Kubarsi, is another defender schooled in the art of total football. I mean, the strength is part of the package for any centre-back, but what marks him out is his excellent reading of the game, his confidence to go and get on the ball and link up with people further up the pitch. This guy's outstanding.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Bojan. And there's green grass ahead of him. There's the shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
Spain with the corner. They're first. Spain have the chance to go the other way. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Dani Olmo! That was superb goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Corner number 2 then. Oh, good effort! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
And here's Bojan. That's a good run down the left. He's shifting through the gears here. And he was alert to it. Dani Olmo plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Spain yet to have an attempt on goal. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Bojan. Merino. Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. Nice looking ball. Oh, good take in a good area. Subimendi. And that's gone loose. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. They're back in possession and ready to go again. And that pass just didn't quite work. Laporte. Merino with his sights permanently trained on that bottom corner. Bojan Kirkic going face to face with his great rival. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
It's roll! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Lovely bit of skill. Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And here's Bojan. Rodri. Rodri does well to get it back. Oh, that's a key interception. Kubarsi. Rodri. And Dani Olmo. Albert Ferrer. Dani Olmo. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Oh, that's a booking. Always looked it. Laporte. Well, that is one way to stop him. Raul driving forwards. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Dani Olmo. And it's Bojan. He's picked his way through. Mikel Merino has it in a wide position. And he knocks it clear. Now it's Bojan. Merino knocks it out wide. And that's a really buccaneering run. And a header! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Well, that's a move which shouldn't be allowed to repeat. A dribble, cross and attempt, all too easy.
Yamal.
Spain have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Merino. Bojan. And that is the end of the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So, nothing to report so far on the goals front.
Well, this will have given them a chance to look for any potential holes and weaknesses in the opposition. Something that will bear fruit once the teams come out again, I'm sure, Peter.
Well, it's been a half that hasn't lacked suspense or intrigue. It's only lacked goals. 0-0 at the break. And we are back underway. So neither side has yet broken through. Well, that has not gone well. Laporte. Rodri. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Torres. Now chance! And it's a goal!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Spain have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Yeah, that's exactly what they required, but they need to be careful now. That goal could serve as a wake-up goal for the hosts.
And that has left him in a heap.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
He might be in here! That's a good ball out wide. Bojan Krkic was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him.
Oh, look, his determination needed to be greater than the obstacle he was faced with, and it wasn't.
Dani Olmo, that's a shade optimistic. Rodri. Now it's Torres. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Cambio de jugadores en España. El dorsal
Spain
22.
can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
El dorsal 8.
Almost an
Serán
hour gone.
sustituidos por el dorsal 14.
Your impression
El
so far,
dorsal
Jim?
2.
Well, it's approaching that time where you have to decide whether you stick.
He's been side down. Is that a penalty? The referee has given a free kick just outside the box. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. Well, he waited a little while, but it does seem that the referee was eventually convinced that that was a clear enough chance he denied.
Cambio de jugadores en España.
Yamal ready to try one. So a genuine chance to increase the lead. Yamal! Oh, he has absolutely drilled that.
Well, that would have asked some awkward questions of the keeper had it stayed on target.
Albert Ferrer, a true great in every sense of the word. Played back.
Well, he just didn't have any support.
The ball has bounced loose now. Torres! And that is doing no harm at all.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Bojan Kurkic receives it in a wide position. Spain have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Albert Ferrer. And he's whipped it across. They've won a corner. Spain have their third corner. He's rising!
That's just playing it safe and simple. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
And it's Pedri. Good take, and can he finish? That is decidedly lacking.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. He should have put his foot right through it.
Just eases him off the ball. Raul running with intent.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And he's got the beating of his man. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And this is Torres. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given.
Cambio de jugadores en España.
Spain are making a change now. Mikel Oyarzabal getting the call here in what can be interpreted as a clear show of intent.
Yeah, I think it's time for some brave decision-making.
Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Spread out to the left. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Albert Ferrer is the guilty party there. Albert Ferrer has been shown a yellow card for that offence, just to confirm. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Fernand and Torres! Could have won it there and then. He knows that. Oh, he knows it.
Just got too eager there, I think, Peter. Had half an eye on the two-goal cushion. Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Very much into the last knockings. Yamal. That pass has been well intercepted.
Spain really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he?
16 minutos de descuento.
Carvajal. Can he finish? And no mistake. And right near the end, we have parity. Oh, a horrible error, and he has nowhere to hide.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
Well, those players out there must be exhausted now, Peter, but at least they have momentum, which all goes well if this goes to extra time.
That'll be a corner.
Well, they've got to get everyone forward, and maybe even the keeper.
And this is Torres. Yamal. And it's made its way to him. Fabian Ruiz. And this is Torres. Cleared without hesitation. Mikel Oyarzabal. Nice bit of trickery. Now it's Oyarzabal. Nothing in it still. We move to extra time. So, that was the second half.
Well, we can only hope we get an extra-time contest of similar ambition, provided fatigue doesn't begin to play a part.
So, no winner at full-time. We will be going the distance. Stern test this for the endurance, for the character of the players as we head into extra time. Spain conceded an equaliser late on. Now they have to do it all again. Do they have what it takes? He's a sharp little ball here. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Now, can they get him away? Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. So here comes a substitution. Not the most convincing of passes. Fabian Ruiz. Now it's Ferran Torres. Oh, no question, that's a foul. And he's going to have his name taken. And it's Pedri. Zubimendi wins the duel this time. Grimaldo. Rodri. Now it's Yamal. Howson goes sliding in. Oh, Red, nice interception. Good running, strong and purposeful. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Now it's Ferran Torres. No, not quite on the same wavelength. It's a pretty loose pass. Zubimendi. And here's Pedri. He's being urged to shoot. And he's managed to get free. Oh, great leap! Oh, he's done it! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and read it perfectly.
And we're halfway through extra time. So the very last of the action is still to come. Two teams separated here by the smallest of margins. Fingernails well bitten everywhere.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
And we're off for the final time. They have given it everything. It's been grueling. But who will be standing at the very end? Ferran Torres. Oh, it's Fabian Ruiz. Zubimendi. Pedri. And here's Lopez. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with. That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Tries to get it clear. Taken back almost at once. He has found the way through. Decent chance! And he's stuck it away. And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line. Simplicity itself.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass. And we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
So the lead now is 2.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that 2-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
Oyarzábal. The ball is loose and the chase... Oh, he's been caught napping. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? He's been bundled over. That is a foul. So who is the target now? He's having a look at what's available. It's a sweeping cross. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. That's that, the end. Spain played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began...